Hello everyone and welcome to Rimworld Beta 18 with the Rimstation 13 mod. This is a mod that combines Rimworld with Spacestation 13. Now if you want to know what the Rimstation 13 mod does, well, here we go. Rimstation 13 is a mod intended to replicate as best as possible the functionality and atmosphere of Spacestation 13 and Rimworld as a single-player experience. It is an ongoing project due to the inherent complexity and massive amount of content contained in Spacestation 13. This mod is based on the TG branch of SS13, as is the one I am most familiar with. What is Spacestation 13? Spacestation 13 is a game in which players take the roles of crewmen in a futuristic plasma research station run by a corporation known as NanoTrasen. There are usually between 20 and 60 crew members on board, and each is controlled by a player with their own jobs to fulfill and responsibilities to the station. These vary from security officers to maintain order and atmospheric engineers to keep the fully simulated atmosphere inside the station from leaking out into space or catching fire and killing everyone. There are also botanists to grow food and chefs to cook it, engineers to build and repair, scientists to science, and doctors to heal the myriad viruses and wounds that can be sustained as part of the complex health, body, and chemistry systems. Thrown in the fact that an unhealthy number of the crew are either incompetent or have been given various kinds of malicious tasks to complete, and I'm sure you can all see the potential for catastrophic meltdown, which can be easily equated to Rimworld's own sick brand of awesome. So Rimstation 13 is a complete overhaul of Rimworld Beta 18, whereas it locks out all the vanilla structures, furnitures, powers, all that, everything. Anything vanilla is completely locked out, and it replaces it with assets from Spacestation 13, as you can see right here. Now, I've already taken the time to build the station. It's not really a station you would see in Spacestation 13. It's essentially just to test everything out. Let's check it out here. As first off, it replaces all the structures. You got station walls, reinforced windows, then a whole bunch of doors, some of which come with very funny dialogue, such as the virology door. If this hasn't been torn down 5 minutes into the shift and its occupants murdered horrifically, then someone fucked up somewhere. Or the mining door, an entrance to mining, the one place the AI can't blow up. So it does all that, as well as it replaces all the production as well. So here we got the chapel crematorium, which I have right here, which if I spawn a pawn in, I'll just place down Space Soldier, and then I shall let us kill him, much just like on how the crematorium would work, or the cremator would work in vanilla Rimworld 18. There we go. As well as we have the hydroponics tray, which is over here in this room. As you can see, I'm growing a whole bunch of things. As you can see, we have many new things. It isn't just vanilla Rimworld, it's all the plants that you find in Spacestation 13. Right now, however, even though you could make a lot of these, like the watermelons and the lemons and pretty much everything that you see right here, when it comes to cooking, all you could really do right now with the grinder is make flour or butcher the creatures, which I've already supplied monkeys with. And it doesn't make the sound effects of Spacestation 13, it just butchers and all that. And then if we move over here to the little, what I've dubbed the engineering room, we have the thing called the auto lathe, which is where you make pretty much everything that you need as far as weapons go, like the Matabe revolver, the submachine gun, the pump shotgun, captain's laser pistol, laser rifle, and another laser pistol, as well as all the clothing apparels in Spacestation 13, like the clown suits, the EVAs, captains, chief engineers, chemists, quartermasters, genetics, everything that you need, as well as making components, glass beakers, and whatnot, because you're going to need that later on for like chemistry. So this is definitely, right now, if you like to individualize your pawns, this is definitely a good mod for you, especially if you're a fan of Spacestation 13. This one right here, the ore redemption machine, is basically a smelter. The heavy lathe sadly does nothing right now, and then you have the circuit imprinter, which creates like the auto lathe circuitry, heavy lathe circuitry, pretty much everything requires circuitry. If we come here, this is the chem dispenser, which we have so many chemicals that we can mess around with, and so much hell and havoc that we could cause onto this station as well as Rimworld. And then you have the welding tank and the water tank, which all that really does is that it improves work speed factor, though however it is inactive. Resonant grinder, this is what you use to grind up all the plants and stuff that the botanists can make in the hydroponics. And then the biogenerator, yeah, it creates biomath, synthesizes cloth, synthesizes milk, leather, which we see here just requires 20 biomass. The biomass requires 20 nutriment, there we go. As well as allows furniture such as, you know, station stools, chairs, armchairs, wood tables, which are modular, as we can see here. As well as the steel tables are indeed modular as well. You'll see right there. So it's definitely, if you like to customize things like on how it looks in Spacestation 13, this is a very good mod. So as we can see here right now, we have the solar panels on the outside. They generate around 1,000 watts per generator, and then we have the SMES units, which hold about 10,000 watts. It's a pretty big battery. By the portable plasma generator as well, it requires plasma to run. Maximum it generates about 350 watts. So, as well as we have the singularity generator, which is very massive. However, it does tend to overheat if you have it indoors, so you're going to have to work with temperature a lot. Speaking of temperature, you have the space heater. The heat space disclaimer does not heat space. Space siphon also pumps hot air into the room. The scrubber scrubs toxins and heat from the air, so it's like a cooler. Then the pump vent, built-in floor vent, pumps warm air into the room at very low rate, designed to be in every room. And then the pump scrubber, built-in floor scrubber, scrubs warm air from the room at a low rate, designed to be in every room. So you're going to be definitely trying to micromanage with that, because if I put it in there, as we'll see here, it starts to get really hot, everybody starts to burn. I need to open these things up now. Let's just put this fire out. So security, this is going to be interesting. Let me just have this character feed that, get the hell on out of there. Put some bear traps right there, and then improvised turrets, and then what we're going to have is we're going to have an incident. Let's see how this works out. So that is Zuriarine had accidentally sprung a trap and taken damage from it, whereas Zar got finished off by the improvised turrets. They take up 30 or 350 watt. The lasers do set people on fire, so be careful about that. Let's just do that. Oh, and not to mention, basically, you have a whole bunch of floors as well that have their own little dialogue with them, which are very nice to customize your station. This is definitely if you're a base builder sort of deal. As far as miscellaneous goes, you have the morgue, which acts as a coffin or like a grave. The surgical table, the perfect place to remove the glass from the chaplain's feet for the third time this shift. Basically acts as a hospital bed, though it does lead to less infection chance, which is very nice. You have the sleeper pod, which is essentially just that. It's a cryogenic casket. And then the tool vendor, it's basically another work speed. As far as storages go, you might see I have a whole bunch of crates and lockers all around this place. This acts as just inventory shelves. If we click on any of these and click on storage, its default is basically the same as the shelves are. It starts off with just basically to hold weapons, but you can have them hold like clothing or any other sort of material that you want, so you can definitely customize it to be like Spacestation 13. Then here we have the ship. This is the escape shuttle with the escape shuttle walls. We got the windows, we got the consoles, we got the sleeper pods, and then we got the propulsions. However, it still has the vanilla requirements for the ship to leave in, so you will not be able to escape any sort of impending doom that may happen on the station in this thing. And then as joy goes, we have like the snack vending machine, coffee vendor, cigarette vendor, whatchamacallit. Then we also have like the booze dispenser and soda dispenser for joy, as well as we do have slot machines and arcade machines as well. Now obviously that's not it. You want to test out how all the weapons, we want to see on how the weapons work in this game as well. Let's get everybody ready for a raid. And then I shall trigger that right now. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot about these things. These are the space carp. These things are randomly out in space, and yeah, these things will always attack you if your characters are out in space. And the turret finished it off. But anyway, let's go with the raid here. There's a huge ass raid. Don't ask why. They're coming on through space itself. The tribespeople, the raid's incoming. We're going to see on how well the defenses hold at first, and then we're going to see about how well we can hold this little tiny choke point I got going, though it doesn't seem like they're going to be going that way. They're going to be coming in through the shuttle escape. I should have seen that one coming. The security turret's opening up. They're just wrecking everything right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have everybody kind of just get in right there. Just hold up right there. The security turrets, at least you know that they're going to do very well against tribespeople in their raids. Sadly, things like the Syndicate are not an option. I do know there was a Syndicate mod back in Alpha 16 though, but that has not been updated for Beta 18, sadly. These turrets are holding out wonderful, but this one's going to get destroyed pretty soon. And actually, these two turrets alone have managed to stop everyone. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rimworld. I know this was more of a review than it was gameplay footage of a mod, and mostly it's Barky who's the expert for Rimworld mods, but this is something I wanted to do because I felt like bringing attention to this mod, because I felt like I was flying underneath the radar, I was going to fly underneath the radar. It's not really my position to question the future. So anyway, like I said before, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you enjoy Rimworld or Spacestation 13, or if you think this mod has some promise to it, why not leave a like down below so this boosts the YouTube algorithm so more people can see it, and thus more people can play it. Anyway, I'm going to be doing some actual gameplay of Rimworld in the future, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll be catching you in the next episode.